Want to make sure that you never ever lose your wedding or other important photographs? Please follow my 3-step plan to ensuring redundancy and the longevity of your photos. So the first step is always verify your photos when you download them from your photographer. Make sure you've got all the photos, they downloaded correctly, and that nothing is corrupt. You can open the files and check them. Same thing with any other photos that you are assembling for this project. So I actually would suggest not making an archive of just wedding photos. I would make it for all of your important photos to come. And if you already have a collection, that could determine what size drive you start with. But this particular drive is 1 terabyte. SanDisk also makes a drive that's a bit slower, but still perfectly fine for storage purposes. That starts at 500 gigabytes or about $80. I would get 2 of those. You're going to be able to fit a lot of photos and video on there before you're going to need to swap out the drive or add another drive. Although for some power users, they do make a 4 terabyte version in this professional one that is smoking fast, but you are not going to need that for most storage purposes. So you're going to want to, because you're going to have to get 2 of these drives, and you're going to want to label them. So if you get 2, you're going to have 1 and 2. One of them is going to be stored in a local fire safe. You're going to be able to update that one all the time, and you keep it in the fire safe. You're then going to want to have that second drive. You're going to keep it in a bank box, or at friend or family member's house that's not too close to yours, because again, we're trying to prevent the loss of data. And if there's a disaster in the area, that could affect both. But you're also going to have a 3rd copy online. So if for some reason the other 2 copies fail, you also have a 3rd copy online. Now, the 3rd copy online is great because, it's hard to go update the duplicate drive all the time. It really is. I only do mine like twice a year. And so having an online backup is a great solution in between time. And also, should something happen to both of these drives, either mechanical failure or a natural disaster of some kind, you're going to have that other version online. And the online version is also great if you need to access the files remotely. But there can be some challenges. You may have to pay for that service if you're not already paying for a service that you can use. I know Amazon Prime offers a free option where you can upload unlimited high resolution images. I'd be putting my wedding photos on there if I didn't already have another service. But you're also then subject to the whims of whatever the company is, and you have to keep track of it. And actually, that's kind of the whole point behind all of this, is you can't just let the data sit there. It's not like negatives, and even then you need to be careful about climate and stuff, but it's going to be much easier for people to lose this type of data, especially over long periods of time. And so at least you put these, if it's just the wedding photos, put them in a bank box, put the date information on it, include the cord. 10, 20, 30 years from now, somebody should still be able to access the images that are on there. And hopefully you think to upgrade them at some point in the meantime.